ดยาลำบากอยากแสนเหลือทนก้าวไกลเกษตรช่วยคนหลุดพ้นด้วยการพัฒนา
Today, let me introduce to you one of the sustainable agricultural product called RD2551. This product is originated from a research by Dr. Gon Sukkasem from Kasetsart University. He have been research about the rice field. The productivity had increased 41% of the rice field that he have been conduct. So this the farmer in Thailand have been give good feedback around the country, and we have followed them from the real users around Thailand also. And you can follow us in the YouTube, in other platform as well. And we have reached 10 million views around Thailand mostly, but other country also have some audience, but that is a small percentage. So the RD2551 is a very organic and safe for all users, both to the user and for the consumer. This RD2551 is a product from bee, is an animal, and this is very totally organic and safe. And this can apply together with inorganic fertilizer as well, and other organic fertilizer. But this kinds of product that we introduce to the market is not the fertilizer. It is the product that is mostly a supplement to the plant. So it's not totally fertilizer. It needs to be used together with other fertilizer. And these kinds of product have been responding to the new trend that we have currently. It is that all the people is beginning to taking care of themselves, and government is pushing for the environmental friendly around the globe. So these kinds of products fit to the society, fit for the consumer trend at the moment. That's why I'm here to introduce you to one of the sustainable agricultural products of this time. The question is that what is the benefit to the farmers once they begin to use these kinds of products? The benefit that they will get is that they will get the totally safe product and sustainable environment once they begin to use it. So in the long term, once they're beginning to use this kinds of product, the yield of the crop will increase. And we have done the research is that it had been increased very high once it's been used with chemical fertilizer and other organic fertilizer. But you can also use it alone, but in my opinion and the firm opinion, we need to recommend the user to use it together with other fertilizer to optimize the productivity. And you can see from the result that the farmers get is that their productivities can be seen in the appearance of the crop or the fruit, such as the durian, such as the dragon fruit. Let me talking about more of the benefit that the farmer will get is that the appearance of the fruit, the appearance of the crop is that it can be seen greener greener is showing that it doesn't lack any nitrogen. And also the taste of the fruit is that it's the very sweet in taste, and also the texture is very firm, and at the same time it's also soft in texture. And as I mentioned, it's very colorful, more than usual. So this is the response from the real user around Thailand that we get. And furthermore, if they want to exporting these kinds of productivity, they can also exporting because they can reach the standards of foreign market as well. So overall, is the benefit that the farmers get at the moment is the quality of the productivity that they get. So let me talk further about the productivity or the benefit from the crop. From the crop is that you will get the crop yield has been increased, and also the total weight of the productivity is heavier than usual. And also the appearance, as I mentioned earlier, is that the color is greener, and the texture is really firm. These kinds of productivity can be seen as a premium quality. So as I mentioned before, it's very good to export this overseas because the foreign market is very big market for our farmers in Thailand. So these kinds of benefits, all of the farmers and the consumer also benefits. Some of the questions that I have received is that about that the consumer they asking or firm about can they use these kinds of RD2551, the supplement product, to other fertilizer in the market, chemical fertilizer, organic fertilizer, can they use this together with RD2551? These kinds of questions have been asked very often. So what I will suggest is that you can use solely, and also you can mix together. But what from our research, the results have been showing that once you mix together with organic fertilizer, with the RD2551 together, these two types of substance, once they mix and you tried, we have tried with the result is that have received a good productivity same when people is using the chemical fertilizer. And furthermore, if we use three types of substance, chemical fertilizer and organic fertilizer and RD2551, once you mix this type of three kinds, you will see 56% increase of productivity. So this is the highest productivity numbers that we get. So the result of the research conduct is showing that you will optimize the productivity more once you using together with other fertilizer. So our recommendation is that you need to optimize your productivity, you need to mix this together with other fertilizer as well. But if you need to save cost, and that is fine, it's up to the user if they will use this RD2551 to get, alone or solely. So these kinds of result showing us that confirm that to reach the maximum productivity, you need to mix together. So the answer is that you can use together with other fertilizer. But our recommendation is that you should not mix at the same time, but you can switch, separate the period once you give to the plant, such as you start with the chemical fertilizer at one time, and you skip 2-3 days and you applied our product to the plants. So this one you avoid to toxic the substance together, which will affect your crops. Okay, some of the questions that we get that how about the cost and the profit after when the people using this product, what is the cost and what is the profit after you using RD2551? Our answer is that you can reduce the fertilizer automatically once you use RD2551 because it's like a supplement, so you don't need to put it 100%. You can reduce by 50% of the fertilizer that you normally use for your crop. By reduce this fertilizer, you can reduce the cost of the fertilizer that you normally use by 50%. And as you know that once you apply our products, you can increase your productivity, which is higher than normal, which that we get from the research is that up to 56% once you apply with other fertilizer. So as a result, the total profit, the investment, the return of investment is that you will receive about 400% of profit. So this is huge for the farmers because it's very profitable once you begin to switch to our products. So it's not like we talking like a advertisement, but this is the kinds that feedback from the actual users in the market that they have give us the result. Okay, that's all. I hope you enjoy this video. Let me recap. We have answered the benefit to the farmers, and we have answered the benefit to the crop, and we have answered about the application of RD2551 with other fertilizer, which is you can. And lastly, about the cost and the profit after using the RD2551, which is you can receive the increase of productivity, and the profit will be 400%, which is come from the feedback from the actual using of RD2551. So we cannot ignore the trends of the healthy lifestyle of the people of this era, whether you're talking about the zero carbon emission, whether you're talking about the government control about environment friendly regulations around the globe. So RD2551 might be one of the choices for the farmers using in the field, in your house, in your workplace. This can be one of the products that are suitable for this trend right now, especially for this moment. So I hope you enjoy our video, and I will leave you with some of the quote from Charles Darwin, which said that it's not the strongest species that survive, it is not the intelligence that survive, but it is the most adaptable to change. So I hope you have a nice day. Thank you for your kind attention. Bye bye.
ใส่ในใจไม่เคยหมดลงแต่ยังคงลุกโชนมีพลังแม้ใจเจ็บเหลือเกินต้องเดินบนเส้นทาง คง